Since publishing my first book on Amazon in 2019, I have seen numerous updates to the KDP upload process. In this video, I will guide you through filling in the series, edition number, author, and contributor fields correctly, following Amazon KDP's guidelines to avoid potential book blocks or account issues. If you like me to continue this series, hit the like button and drop a comment saying continue or keep going. This helps the video reach more people and supports the channel. Thanks in advance. Just like in the first video of the how to upload a book to Amazon KDP series, we will start by reviewing Amazon's latest guidelines. Then I will share my personal insights and show you how to optimize these fields, especially if there are any new AI-driven changes from Amazon. Alright, if you watched the first video where we covered the title and subtitle fields, now let's move on to the series fields. So looking at the KDP upload page here, you can see that the series field is optional. If your book isn't part of a series, you can just leave this blank. But if you are creating a series, KDP allows you to group books together and sell them as a collection. And here's the best part. You don't need to have all the books ready before setting up a series. You can add or remove books at any time. Now let's take a look at where your Amazon series page appears. If I go to Amazon and search for a book that's part of a series, you will see that Amazon creates a dedicated series page like this. It showcases all the books in the series, making it easier for readers to find and buy them. You can also access this page by visiting the detail page of any book in the series. Now let's go over how you can create a series on KDP. Let's jump back to KDP. There are two main ways to create a series. First, from your KDP bookshelf, click on Create. Then select Create Series page. This will open a new screen where you can enter the series title, description, and other details. Second, if you already have a book uploaded, click the ellipsis button next to the book, then select Add to Series. Besides these two methods, you will also see an Add to Series button here. Clicking this gives you two options. Add this title to a new series if you are creating one from scratch. Add this title to an existing series if you already have one set up. One quick note before we move on. Public domain books and low content books like notebooks and journals are not eligible for series creation. So if you are publishing in those categories, be sure to skip this step to avoid any issues. Alright, now that we have covered how to set up a series, let's move on to the next section. Next up, we have the edition number fields. Looking at the KDP upload page, you will see that this field is optional, but if your book has multiple versions or updates, you may need to fill it in. So what exactly is an edition number? Simply put, it tells readers whether your book is the original version or an updated version. This is especially useful for books that get frequent updates, like textbooks, yearly guides, or revised editions of an existing book. Alright, so when should you fill in the edition number fields? Let me break it down. If this is the first time you are publishing this book and you expect to release future editions, you can enter one here. If you are publishing an updated version with significant changes, such as new content, major revisions, or layout updates, then enter 2, 3, and so on. Now an important question. What counts as a new edition? If you make significant changes, it's considered a new edition. This includes updating key book details like the author name, cover, title, or ISBN. Major manuscript updates that changed the page count by more than 10%. Changes to trim size, ink type, or paper type. On the other hand, small fixes don't require a new edition number. If you are just correcting typos, adjusting capitalization, or making minor formatting tweaks, you don't need to enter anything in these fields. So, how do you publish a new edition of your book on KDP? If you ever release a new edition, you will need to create a new title in KDP. When setting it up, just add the appropriate edition number so readers know they are getting the latest version. And that's it. Now let's move on to the next section. Alright, next up is the author fields. Now every book on KDP must have at least one author or primary contributor. Once your book is published, you won't be able to change the primary author fields, so make sure to enter it carefully. Double check spelling and accuracy before moving forwards. So, can you use a pen name on KDP? Let's talk about how it works. You are free to use a pen name instead of your real name. However, Amazon policies require that pen names don't mislead customers. For example, using something like Best Planner Creator could be flagged as a violation. Personally, I prefer not to use keywords in the author fields, just to avoid any risk. Some low-content book publishers do it, but from my experience, Amazon primarily ranks books based on sales, keywords, and customer searches, rather than the author name itself. So, how should you choose a pen name for KDP? Let's go over some strategies. If your pen name is similar to a well-known author, you might want to tweak it by adding a middle name or initial to differentiate it. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I mostly publish low content books. For each niche, I prefer to use a different pen name. Some people use the same pen name across different niches, which is totally fine, but here's something to consider. If one of your books sells really well in a niche, your competitors might click on your author name to check if you have other successful books in different niches. That could create more competition for you. So personally, I like to keep my niches separate. But of course, this is just my own experience and strategy. Now let's talk about adding contributors to your book on KDP. Once you decide on your author name, you can also list contributors. This could include editors, illustrators, co-authors, or anyone else you want to credit. If you add contributors, their names will also appear on the product page. This field is optional, so if it is not relevant for your book, you can simply skip it. Alright, that's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and drop a comment. Even something simple like helpful or keep going really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.